So welcome everybody. So today's class is, I have a title. So it'll be an all over class, as it always is anyway. But we're not focusing specifically on legs or shoulders or heart space or manicure. So we're going to observe the resistance of the body with our internal dialogue. And then we're going to release and let go. Because when you're close off the senses, particularly the eyes, and you go into the body, you can feel where it resists the shapes that you go into in yoga. And then we're going to breathe into the resistance and you'll feel it. You might even have a picture that comes up to the resistance or an emotional feeling. We'll breathe directly into it and then we'll let the exhalation carry it away. So let's start lying down. So have a belt and a brick handy. We'll start in semi-supine with the knees bent. And I want you to bring your hands to the solar plexus. So place them between the navel and the breastbone. And breathe deep towards the solar plexus. So we hold a lot of stored emotions at the solar plexus. So just being aware of any heaviness there or stickiness, breathing into it, directing your awareness to the hands. And letting it go, you might find that you automatically start to want to sigh out. So when I do this type of breathing, I feel like a bubble, as if it's lifting up a really huge bubble from the base of the sea, and then it just pops once you release the energy. Lovely. Now bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees roll out to the side, interlace the fingers, bring them above the crown of the head. So this will amplify the solar plexus. This is a full body mudra for the solar plexus. But also notice the resistance in the legs. Notice where the body resists the shape of the knees moving outwards. Breathe directly into it. And let that exhalation release the stagnant energy that holds these patterns. Lovely. Carefully bring the knees back, bring them up towards you, one hand on each knee, and circle. and change directions. Lovely. Now, interlace the hands on the right shin. Let's stretch the left leg along the floor. Push through the heel of the left leg as if you're trying to lengthen the left leg out of the hip, and squeeze the right knee as close in towards you as you can. Just hold and breathe. Notice where the body resists the shape. Okay, now we're going to bring that knee across the body. Use the left hand. Hold the side of the knee nice and firmly. Extend the right arm out. Keep the shoulder blade anchored on the right side. Let the pelvis lift. And again, notice where the body resists the movement. Breathe into the resistance. So trace it through the body with the mind and your awareness. Just that sense of letting go of the heaviness of the energy that resists. Just really concentrating on the breath, the internal space. Lovely, and release. Release the right leg, push it away from you. Really extend the heel, bring the left knee in and hold. Hold the knee as close as you can into the body. Push the right heel as far away as you can. Just allowing the exhalation to carry away the stagnant energy that creates resistance. Good, now bring the knee across, hold with the right hand. Notice the difference in the sides. Lovely, come back to center. bring both knees towards you, squeeze them in nice and close. This time, come up into coil as you exhale. We're going to hold, relax the shoulders. You might find you can grab the outer edge of the feet. Chin tucking in. Lovely, and release. Take the feet nice and wide. Arms out to the side. So start with the dynamic movement. Breath in, and as you exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees left, head right. So we're not moving the pelvis, or we're trying to not move it. So try and keep it anchored on the floor. We're starting to move into the resistance at the top of the thigh now. So make sure that the feet are as wide as possible. Good. Now, next time the knees are over to the right, I want you to hold that position. And if you've got no knee injuries or hip problems on the left side, pick up the right foot so that the ankle rests at the side of the thigh. And you use the weight of the right leg to draw the left knee towards the floor. Extend both arms overhead, grab the left wrist with the right hand and stretch out the left side. Breathe into the resistance. Lovely, and release carefully, and then go the other way. So drop the knees over to the left, either just staying in that position, or if there's no issues in the right hip and knee, pick up the left leg, let it rest on the side. Left hand grabs the right wrist. That's long exhalation, encouraging that release, the letting go. Lovely, carefully release, unravel the legs. Bring the knees back in and nice and wide. Exhale into coil. Grab the outer edge of the feet if you're able to. Hold. Draw the chin in, relax the shoulders. Lovely, and release. Let's take our belts. Bring the belt to the ball of the right foot. Make sure it really is on the ball of the foot, so you're not putting it in the arch of the foot. So pull the toes towards you, push the heel away. If you've got very tight hamstrings, remember to bend the knee a bit more. So let's start to use the extended exhale here. So breathe in for 4. Just surveying the leg, noticing where it resists the movement. And then as you exhale, let go of that resistance. Just using the count of the breath to calm the mind, focus it inwards. Good, now belt into just the right hand, hold it as high up as you can towards the foot, double wrap it. Let the left knee roll out. Slowly extend the leg out to the right. Bend the knee if you need to. Good, notice the resistance on the inner edge of the right thigh. Bring your attention to it, breathing in for 4. Exhaling. Nice long exhalation for 6 or more. Just feeling how the leg is still resisting, but it's just gently releasing its grip a bit into the shape. Check that the jaw's relaxed. Every time the mind wanders away, bring it back to the breath. In for 4, out for 6 or more. We'll bring the leg back to center. Straighten the left leg and bring the belt into the left hand. And with the right knee bent and the right arm out to the side, come across. Really push out through the heel and also push the right sit bone away from you, because there's a tendency as you draw the leg up to compress the waist. So push the right hip away, as if you're trying to push it to the in line with the left toes. Lovely, come back to center. Bend the left leg. Now either use your belt for the next movement or your hand. So using your hand, you're going to reach up to the right heel, coming up on the inside. Keep the lower leg vertical, so the sole of the foot is still facing the ceiling, or use the belt to pull the leg down if that's easier. Bring the left hand to the belly. Breathe really deeply into the belly. Notice any resistance around the inner right hip in the pelvis. Be aware of the resistance on the outer edge of the right hip on the right side. Let the jaw be relaxed. Each time you exhale, see if you can draw the knee a little closer towards the floor. Lovely. Then bring the right ankle to the left thigh. Start with just the right hand on the inner right thigh and push it away. This might feel enough for you. If that's the case, then leave it there. Otherwise, we're going to engage the tummy muscles, lift the left foot up so it draws the right leg in, and then hold the foot and the knee with the hands. And if you want to, you can place the left leg back down and really draw the right shin as close towards the chest as you can. Notice the resistance in the outer right hip. Also notice the resistance in the sacrum. It might be lifting off the floor. So consciously exhale the back of the sacrum into the floor. Lovely. Release the leg, extend it all the way up again. Push through the heel and then slowly lower the leg. And once the leg touches the floor, take a deep breath in. And exhale the length of the right leg. Lovely. Bend the right leg, bring the belt to the left leg. In for 4 and out for 6 or more with the exhalation. Notice the difference in the legs. So I'm left-handed, so my left side of my body is tighter because I use it more. So really breathing into where you find that, excuse me, the leg muscles resisting. Let the right knee roll out, bring the belt into the left hand and hold as high up as you can. And bring the leg out to the left. Remember, you can always opt for the knee bent. You don't have to straighten the leg. Try to keep the back of the pelvis anchored. Be aware of the energy slowly dissipating and the body being able to move a little deeper into the shape. Lovely, come back to center. Place the belt in the right hand, stretch out the right leg, start with the knees slightly bent and come across. So really using the imagination, the awareness, the focus to assess the inner landscape of the body. Notice the resistance. It's not always in the major area that you're moving. Maybe there's something happening in the jaw. Maybe there's something happening around the shoulder and the heart space. Lovely, back to center. Rebend the right leg. Use your belt if you wish to on the left leg, or reach it with the left hand to the heel. Draw the knee down towards the outer edge of the left ribs. Bring the right hand onto the belly. Nice deep abdominal breath. Use the breath to find the resistance and use the breath to release it. Notice the difference in the sides. Lovely, now place the left ankle on the right thigh. Start by just pushing the thigh away to see how that feels in the hip and the knee. Stay with that if it's enough, otherwise lift the right foot off the floor, grab the foot and the knee with the hands, maybe replace the right foot back down and concentrate on the shin drawing towards the chest. So you can experiment with the hands as well. I like to bring my left hand a little bit closer along the shin line. And again, this left hip is tighter for me than the right. So finding the resistance, breathing into it. Lovely, releasing the leg, extend the heel all the way up. Slowly lower the leg. Deep breath in. And exhale the length of the left leg. Lovely, rebend, bring both knees towards you again. Rock from side to side. And then roll over to the right and come into cat. So have your bricks handy. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Close your eyes and become totally focused on the head and the spine right down to the tailbone. And as you inhale, lift the gaze and hold. I'm going to breathe into it. Feel the resistance around the throat. Good. Now on an exhale, go the other way and hold. Push into the hands, really become aware of the back of the heart space. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Lovely, and release. Step the right leg forward, take the bricks. Put them on the full vertical. So you're using the full length. So you can also use a hardback book, or a Tupperware box is quite good. Tuck the back toe, and I want you to take the leg as far back as you can. And then adjust the hands. You might want to bring them closer underneath the shoulders. And as you inhale, lift the gaze, you get a contraction in the back muscles. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg as best you can. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to hold the lunge. Use the bricks as an extension of your arm. Keep the legs exactly where they are. So imagine that we're going to walk the bricks to the left. Imagine that your right hip is glued to a wall, so it's not moving at all. And you're going to move yourself around as far as you can. Push the right hip away. Now feel the resistance through the side of the body from the back of the right hip right up to the shoulder. Keep the breath nice and steady, focus the mind. Lovely, come back to center, use the bricks. We're going to hop the feet in so we can now straighten both legs with the heels on the floor. Good. Now think about the right sit bone, and I want you to push it back. So just draw it back, feel how it affects the leg muscles. Press the ball of the right big toe down into the floor. Good. Now just with the left hand on the brick, bring the right hand into the sacrum. Keep pushing the right sit bone back and start to rotate with the movement. Okay, now I want you to take the right hand and bring it so the palm faces out near the left ribs. So you're just using the body and the back of the hand to rotate the heart space now. Feel the resistance at the top of the right arm. Maybe bend the elbow a bit more as you bring the hand to the rib cage. Good, extend the right arm up now, palm facing forwards. Breathe deep into the shape, so you use the exhalation to release. Lovely, and release the right hand down. Now we're going to use the right hand on the left brick. So we're coming into a different version of triangle. Take the legs a little bit wider. And as you inhale, extend the left arm up. Good, feel the resistance on the inner right thigh. You're going to use that top arm to open the heart space, so take the arm as far back as you can. If the shoulder's very tight, then do the same movement with the hand on the hip and use the elbow to draw the torso around. Good, now if you've got the capacity in the shoulder, extend the arm in line with the ear, the left arm. Good, now really press the back foot into the floor. Good, bend the front knee, release forwards again. Pop the bricks down, step back into down dog. Soften the knees, so the knees are bent. Press into the hands and lift the sit bones. And then start to heel out the feet. Lovely, let's come forwards into plank. Draw the tummy muscles in. Lower the knees if you need to, and come all the way down. It's going to open the heart space, so right arm out, so that the wrist and the elbow are in line with the shoulder. Place it to the floor, turn the head to the left. Bend the left leg, lift the knee up off the floor, roll it back, so you're tipping the toes behind you. Feel the resistance on the right shoulder. Stay here, breathe. Feel how it runs all the way up through the forearm. Extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, take it into the sacrum. Let the elbow bend and draw the arm back from the elbow a bit more, so you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. And if this is fine, you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, there's no issues in the left knee, reach back, grab the toes of the left foot. Keep the eyes closed, really observing the internal environment, the muscle structure, any energy blockages. Carefully release. Let's go the other way. Left arm out. Palm, wrist, elbow and shoulder in line with each other. Turn the gaze to the right. Bend the right knee, lift the knee up and take it back so the toes touch the floor. Raise the right arm up. Bring it into the sacrum. Use the elbow to draw the shoulder back. Maybe take hold of the toes if there's no issues in the knee. Lovely, and release. Hands under the shoulders. As you inhale, come into cobra. Exhale, push back into swan. Come right onto the fingertips. Breathe into the back of the body. Lovely. Inhale, come back up. Exhale into down dog. Heel out the feet once more. Lovely. Then drop the knees, bring the left leg forwards, take the bricks. Bring the back knee off the floor and go as long as you can in the stance. Bring the bricks underneath the shoulder line. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Good, hold. Bring the bricks to the inside. Glue the left side as if it's on a wall and it's not going to move. Rotate the torso as far around as you can. Keep pushing out through the back heel. Lovely, back to center. Hop the legs in so you can straighten both legs. It's a shorter stance. Good, now take your attention to the left sit bone. Push it backwards so you get that strong movement in the hamstring and the hip. Push the ball of the left big toe towards the floor. Right hand on the brick, left hand in the sacrum. Start to turn. And then let the back of the left hand brush the right rib cage. So you're just wrapping the arm behind you and use that motion to open the heart space. Good, maybe extend the arm up, palm faces forwards. Keep the breath nice and steady. Notice the resistance. Take the mind to it. Breathe directly into it. Release. Now take the hand to the left brick and we're turning into a triangle. So longer stance, bricks on the inside, extend the arm. Good, now feel it on the inner left thigh. Remember, if it's too much to extend the arm up fully, then have the hand resting in the sacrum and use that motion of the elbow to draw the heart space open. Notice where the body's resisting the shape. Take the breath with the mental focus to the resistance. Maybe extend the top arm in line with the ear. Lovely, releasing. Release the bricks, step back into down dog. Soften the knees. Lift the sit bones. Come forwards into plank. Again, drop the knees if you need to soften the movement or come straight down into plank. Lovely. Now this time we're going to open the front of the body fully. So let's start in Sphinx pose and I'll modify ups. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Press down for the palms of the hands and the forearms and pull the spine forwards and up. Breathe, almost as if you're trying to draw the base of the shoulder blades through the chest. Good, now try the next position, which is just simply bend the knees. Just changes the curve of the spine slightly. Notice how that feels for the back. It might be enough. If you want to go further, there's no shoulder injuries or back problems, knee problems. Reach back, grab the ankles and push the ankles into the hands. Lovely, releasing, push up and back into swan, right onto the fingertips, breathe into the back of the body. Inhale, come back up and then just swivel the legs around. Bend the right knee. I'll show you from this side. But don't hold the leg. And then just let the knee roll out. Then pull the bottom flesh out of the way. Hands either side of the front leg. So you're drawing the torso towards the left knee. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, come forwards. Now just feel the forward motion come from the hips first. And you'll note there's a limit to where they can take you. And then pause where you are. Inhale again, lengthen the spine a bit more. And as you exhale, go a little bit further and let the rest of the motion forwards come through the spine. Let the head relax. Again, really notice where the resistance is here. Maybe the legs, but also be aware of the lower back. Lovely, come back up. Let's do an opposite motion now. Bring the right hand behind you so it's further away than the shoulder. And then push. Lift yourself up with the left arm. Push the pelvis forwards and up. And extend. Breathe deep. Lovely, and release. Let's go the other way. So let the left leg come in naturally without touching it. Let the knee roll out. So remember, if it doesn't work for you to let the knee roll out, then you can do this movement just with the leg straight. Okay. Pull the bottom flesh out of the way. Hands either side of the front leg, deep breath in. And exhale, coming forwards. Notice the resistance to that forwards motion. Scan the whole of the body. And just take your time with the breath. Carefully come back up. Left hand behind. Push yourself forwards and up. Lovely, and release. Come to the front of the mat. And we're going to start to roll, and we're going to roll towards a plough position just to stretch out the spine. So deep breath in, exhale to roll, keep the knees bent. So we're not going straight over, we're just familiarising ourselves with how the back responds to the movement. So keeping the feet facing the ceiling and the knees close towards the body. Now, if this is quite challenging, I want you to just stay with this motion. I don't want you to do anything else. If it feels fine, we're going to start to extend the legs so the toes move behind the head. Good. Now, if you can bring the toes to the back, then hands on the floor. Good, and then just simply bring yourself to rest in semi-supine. Knees bent. Let's bring the feet really wide so that the knees are resting their weight against each other. And either place the hands on the heart space or interlace them for a deeper movement and bring them above the head. So we did the opposite one at the beginning of class, which is for the solar plexus. This body mudra is for the heart space, anahata. So feel the breath moving into the center of the chest. Breathe in fully, be aware of the natural pause, and then exhale. Notice the pause at the end of the exhale. And then inhale. So start to really observe the pauses. And as you observe the pause, you become the stillness. be aware of the whole of the body as you observe it from the heart space. Let the hands come back down if they're still up. Bring them to the belly. Take a deep breath in. Have a sigh out. And again, deep breath towards the belly. And one more. Let's roll to one side. Slowly come back up. It's bringing the hands to the heart space. Just scanning through the body now, noticing that you've created more space, physically, emotionally, mentally. Inhale, sweep up. And then down through the midline. And namaste. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment below, because it really helps grow the channel and get my teaching out to other people. So see you all again soon. Bye.